So, I saw the movie. I liked it. I liked it a lot more than the first. I thought it is a more enjoyable movie than the first. And I am going to not spoil anything yet. There will be a section of the video for that. So this is for anyone who hasn't seen the movie yet, for now. And it's an improvement. It's definitely an improvement from the first. The animatronics are beautiful. They're great. There's more gameplay. Well, it doesn't take up a huge chunk of the movie. It doesn't. It's a little, maybe, I want to say maybe 10-minute, maybe 5 minutes moment. It was an enjoyable moment, but it was not that long. And I'd like to say it was pretty faithful to the game, I guess. I don't know, though. There were a lot more jump scares than the first. I'm gonna say that. And some of those did take me off guard. This movie was pretty spooky at points. And the kills were pretty graphic, I guess. They didn't show much, because it is still a PG-13 movie. So don't go in there expecting Freddy to rip off the legs of some homeless guy. I don't know. While we're on the subject of Freddy, Kellen Goff is a great voice actor. He is probably the best FNaF has, mainly because he's the most reoccurring, but still, he's great. He's a great Freddy. He's not a great toy Freddy. I don't know if this would be a spoiler or not, but if you go in there expecting the toy Freddy we know, that game was totally rigged, that toy Freddy, you are not getting it. That is not the toy Freddy you get. In fact, I think he only has one line, so it doesn't matter much. And same with Toy Bonnie. A lot better than AR's Toy Bonnie. MatPat did a pretty good job at Toy Bonnie. But he only got maybe 3 lines. And then Megan Fox as Toy Chica. She did pretty good. That was Toy Chica. She got the most lines out of all of them, and that might be because she cost the most. The puppet was definitely the main threat in here. And I know we never got to see much of Charlie in the games. Something weird, they call her Charlotte. There's no Charlie even mentioned once. No Charlie Emily name dropped. It's always Charlotte, Charlotte, Charlotte. Even when people connected to her, they call her Charlotte. Stop. The marionette was interesting, to say the least. Without spoiling anything, that's all I can really say. And I think the spoiler-free segment's gonna be pretty short, to be honest, because I have a lot to say. So what did I think of the movie? I thought it was enjoyable. I can understand why people did not like this. This movie has some flaws, and by some, I mean probably more than the first, I'm gonna be honest. But I enjoyed it more than the first. Starters, the plot was just... It feels like the plot could be summed up in one sentence. There wasn't really much that happened, I'm gonna be honest. Well, obviously there was a lot that happened. It's a very action-packed movie. Now the Easter eggs in this movie. Ooh! Those were some good Easter eggs. Ooh, those were some beautiful references. I will say what they are. Probably the first thing I say in the spoilers. I liked it. I liked it a lot. I did. And I'm a FNaF fan. That's to be expected. I've been with this franchise for probably over half of my life. This franchise has raised me. I've met some people because of this franchise. I owe a lot to Freddy Fazbear because, I'm in a cult, and I definitely say, don't really listen to the critics. It's not that bad of a movie. It's not a bad movie. It's not a great movie. It is alright. It didn't fail. I say it succeeded in a lot of things. I think the goals it had, it succeeded. But I don't know, man. Matthew Lillard was great. The acting was pretty good. There were some moments, like some line deliveries I felt were kind of But other than that, the acting was pretty good. The animatronics are great. Jim Henson, you nailed it again. You guys are the MVPs of this movie. Same with the soundtrack. Who did the soundtrack? I can't remember their name. The Newton Brothers. Yes, the Newton Brothers. Newton Brothers smashed it. Why am I wearing this? The Newton Brothers smashed it out of the park. They did amazing again. And I guess FNaF has a leitmotif. You know, that da-da-da-da-da-da. That is the FNaF leitmotif now. So, or leitmotif, however the fuck you say it. And I think that does it for my spoiler-free section. So, if you have not seen this movie, I highly suggest you get off and go watch it. Because if you're a FNaF fan, you're gonna enjoy it. You are. If you're a diehard, I'd say. Maybe not so much if you're a newcomer, I guess. If you were around in the 2010s, you're more likely to enjoy this. Probably. This movie was definitely for the fans. Circus Baby! What the fuck? That was incredible! Why was she there? And Candy and Bob Goes. And the bootleg Freddy. The bootleg Freddy. That did the horror. That was amazing. And Shadow Bonnie? Dude, when I saw him, it is a blink and you'll miss it. He is in the corner. As he is in the game, Mike shines his flashlight on him. And I saw him for just one fraction of a second. I'm eating my popcorn. Everything just went in my mouth and I almost died. Because, oh my god! That was incredible. It really was. Oh my god, it was so good. And like, I guess FNaF 3. Oh yeah, speaking of FNaF 3, the after credits scene, we see Springtrap! We see Afton in the FNaF 1 location. Or moldy. I don't know how he got so moldy. It's only been a year. I don't think, like, I can understand 30, maybe 20 years he looks like that. I don't think a year in a room will do that to you, but whatever. And you see the Fazbear Frights people, and you know it's them because they mention, like a haunted house. So, we're getting Fazbear's Fright in the third movie. And it's been so long plays in the credits. I don't think it fit that much here, because what mother are we talking about? I don't know. I would have much preferred seeing JT music, but the Living Tombstone is always a win. And then, I think this is going to be a mixture between FNaF 3 and FNaF 6. Because we hear Henry do his little cassette tape at the end of the movie, like he did back in the olden day. And I can't remember exactly, because I was kind of losing my shit. And so, don't take this as gospel. So, correct me if I'm wrong, but I think he says something about circus, or like something showing up, or like coming for him, or Michael. And he has this thing that like finds the animatronics, and I'm assuming it's Rascal, or Rask, you know, from FNaF 6, what he used to call in the salvage. So I think in this movie, we're getting Puppet, Springtrap, and Baby. And while we're talking about the Aftons, you know, Springtrap and Elizabeth, you know, Baby, well, we don't know if it's Elizabeth, we know it's Baby, we don't know anything about Elizabeth. Michael Afton. Ooh, boy. Michael Afton. He is a pure villain here. There's no redeeming qualities. This is not the Michael we know from the games. Granted, we don't know much about Michael in the games. He was always loyal from William to the start here. But what we do know, so unlike the games, where he goes from this rebellious teen to this guy who will do whatever his father says. Michael does William's dirty deeds. He goes to FNaF 2 as Fritz Smith. He goes to FNaF 1 as Mike Schmidt. He goes to Eggs. He goes into Circus sister location as Eggs, and then he dies, and then rebels against his father in FNaF 3 and FNaF 6. We do not get that in this movie. This is a Michael who is listening to his father. He literally says he's continuing his legacy. So we got a villain. This is not the morally gray character we knew. This is a villain. This is a villain guy. This is a Michael from a different universe. This is a Michael who experienced different things. So I don't think he'll be redeemed in the third, but I think there could be shots of how William molded him into the man he becomes. And now That ending, huh? So do you remember those old SFMs where the classic animatronics would fight the toys? You ever wanted to see that on the big fucking screen? 'Cause you do. My theater clapped. My theater clapped. And yeah, it's cringe. It's cringe. Of course it's cringe. But when you don't have the Wizards be possessed by the MCI, or they're not the same as the FNaF 1 animatronics, I don't really know what else you could do. Because you gotta involve them again somehow, right? You can't just, like, go a movie without remembering or even, like, mentioning the 5 dead kids. So, sure. The way they died? That was so weird. They leave the building, and they're running out of battery. And this was explained earlier in the movie as well. But, they're being fueled by Charlie. I will get to Charlie in a minute. They die. It's not like, what I thought was going to happen was like, okay, let's just get them back to the pizzeria, they'll recharge. They pass on. You're telling me, for over a decade, these kids just stayed in the pizzeria and did not try to leave. Or they knew they would pass on if they left and didn't. What? Like, if I'm stuck in that goddamn bear suit for 20 years, I don't want to be there. I'm getting out immediately. So, I don't know. I could understand, like, before the first movie, because they were being, like, manipulated by William, so maybe they don't want to stay, because they got their friend, and then they got Abby, but after that, their whole worldview is shattered, because William's dead, and Abby's gone. You're telling me they wouldn't have tried to go find her? Like... So they made Charlie the vengeful spirit. And it's weird, because they had the balls to reference UCN. She says verbatim, I don't hate you, but you need to stay out of my way. I think she lied. Charlie's thing. Charlotte, the marionette, Charlotte. Five Nights at Freddy's. Who knows about FNaF? I talk about Five Nights at Freddy's, the marionette, and Charlotte. Because I'm a little bitch. I'm sorry, that just ticks me off. Charlie's thing is no adult would listen to her when that kid was being abducted by William and it got her killed. I can understand that. But Charlie? This Charlie is out for blood. And I know the marionette can kill you. You got Lefty and you got the marionette in FNaF 2. But I just don't see it. I just don't see it. That ending where the puppet just possesses Vanessa and they leave it off a cliffhanger. What? Ew, man, come on. I understand not killing off Charlie again, but come on. That just felt yucky. I didn't like it. Oh my god, I just remembered that. The first kill with Mangle. Oh my god! Dude! That was awesome! I like that. That's definitely, like, when Dead Meat does that, that is so gonna be the coolest kill, right? It's like, I don't know if that was his hand or, like, chunks of flesh, but that was cool. What the fuck were the puppetlings? Those little miniature puppets. Explain that, Scott, please. I think it was McKenna Grace. Why was she marketed so much? She did great. I'm happy she's in there. I'm happy a genuine fan is here. And I'm so happy for her. But she was barely in this movie. The puppet's whole possession thing. I understand, kinda. I think, it probably would have cost more to just show the actual puppet, but... Why? Why does she possess people now? It confused me a lot. I'm not a movie reviewer. Mainly because I suck at it, and I'm not good at remembering things, especially when I just first saw it. But what I do know is that I had a good time. I had a good time with my friends. It was a fun movie, and I will watch it again when it comes out of streaming. And I liked it. I really liked it. As a FNaF fan, I really liked it. Just going into the theater, I had this big smile on my face that I couldn't get off. And thinking about it still, I can't still. I enjoyed it. I understand why people don't. I understand if someone hates it. I'm not going to fight them over it. I'm not going to tell them their opinion is wrong. Because I'm going to be honest. That movie was not that good. But I still loved it. I really did. And I know that's probably bias. And I know that's probably me hoping a third one will be made. And it will. There's no way it's not. But yeah. I really enjoyed this movie. This movie was fun. Most of my friends enjoyed it. And I really hope they make a third. That's all I really got to say about this. I'm sorry if you didn't get an opinion off of this. I'm not a movie reviewer. I'm just someone who has a phone and told his opinions because he was bored. But yeah, I guess that does it. I should go. Oh, excuse me.